Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening depending on where you are in this amazing world. My name is Donovan Jolly, and welcome everybody once again for another amazing video of DIY investing. Ethereum has been my biggest altcoin position for a long period of time now, and I've been very open about explaining to you guys why I believe that is so. The biggest thing about Ethereum and why I'm so bullish on it is because the vast majority of cryptocurrencies either are built upon Ethereum or rely on Ethereum to some way. This is so important to understand because Ethereum really is the infrastructure that is going to drive adoption. We're seeing DeFi blowing up, we're seeing a lot of these cryptocurrencies taking off that are built upon Ethereum, and this is just showing why Ethereum itself is going to be benefiting probably more than any of the other cryptos out there. By investing into Ethereum, you're basically getting at the ground floor of something that is truly revolutionary to this entire world. Not just America, not just China, not just Russia, the entire world will be buying this. If you're new and just finding this channel, always remember to do me a favor by leaving a like, comment, and subscribing to this channel for more updates. Make sure that you guys click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos like the one provided for you here. And always remember, guys, I have the fastest growing and the best cryptocurrency Discord community out there, and it's free for anybody that wants to join. I would absolutely love to have as many people getting in here. We have over 11,000 members, and it's growing so fast. I'm just thankful to be here supporting such an amazing community, and vice versa, you guys supporting me. So make sure that you guys join. All you guys got to do is click in the description of this video, and there you're going to find the invitation link to my Discord server. Now, on my Discord server, I also offer my more exclusive content like the video course and Signal. So if you're somebody that wants to copy all of my educational content to learn the skills needed on how to be profitable, or you would rather just copy my long-term portfolio and all of the trades that I take over this next bull run, make sure that you guys stay all the way to the end of this video because I'm going to be taking a couple minutes to explain how you guys can sign up, the pros of doing so, and what it's going to take to get you guys going today. Alright guys, we got a lot of really exciting things. I am so hyped about Ethereum, and I know this one is going to completely blow your mind once you see this fractal that I'm going to share with you. Alright guys, with all that being said, let's jump right in the video today. So here we are, guys, taking a look at Ethereum, and we're also, if you guys take a look at this lower chart, taking a look at silver. Now, I've actually gone through and made a nice little chart for you guys that's going to perfectly explain what we're seeing right now between Ethereum and how it's actually deeply correlated to silver. Now, silver, this is a cycle that goes all the way back to 2008. At the bottom of this was the very peak low of the 2008 financial crisis, and then we ended up making one more final parabolic move up to $50 per ounce of silver, right? And then after that point is where we got the top, and we've just been crashing ever since, and we ended up peaking at a low of about, $11.50 per ounce of silver. Now, Ethereum today is actually following almost the exact same market cycle. Almost exactly the same. There's very few differences between these two, which is a very encouraging sign. Now, as you guys know, if you've been a follower of my channel, I've been very adamant about talking about how the commodity markets, precious metals, are actually very, very correlated to the cryptocurrencies. Now, even though the cryptocurrencies are completely different, one's digital and one's physical, there is still a lot of similarities, being that, both are kind of viewed as a store of value, both have utility in that degree, and so it's amazing that we're actually seeing the exact same cycles playing out in the cryptos. Now, what I love most about cryptocurrencies and why we can make so much money off of them is the fact that this cycle peaked in 2011. 11th of April 2011, we peaked here, and then we started crashing. Now, that is 2011. It's currently 2020, guys. That is 9 years worth of accumulation and a bear market that we've been in. Crypto peaked in 2018, and we're already at this exact same point. Silver's breaking out of these lows that we're seeing here, but Ethereum is at this exact same point. It only took 2 years. Now, on top of that, for Ethereum to go from $244 to its all-time high, you're looking at about a 6x return, approximately. For silver to go to its all-time high, you're maybe looking at a couple 100%. And so the difference between cryptocurrencies and silver is the fact that cryptocurrencies take significantly less time to actually consolidate and accumulate, whereas the silver market and the precious metals market takes forever to do anything. On top of that, when the markets do start to move, same rule applies. The markets in crypto are going to move up way faster, way quicker, and not only do they do that, but the percent return is always greater. That's so important to understand, guys, because what we're looking at right now is a dead giveaway that the bottom is in. There is no reason to be bearish right now, and whoever is trying to feed you this bearish narrative is not a very good analyst, in my opinion. They're really just sitting here getting chopped up with the rest of the market. They've been chopped up this entire bottom formation, and because of that, they've missed out on accumulating all of these cheap entries. For me, I've been dollar cost averaging since 2019, even a little bit before that, and because of that, I have now set myself up to make a lot of money, and I have been making a lot of money in the process. Now, let's actually go through here, quit talking, and let's analyze the fractal together so that we can understand exactly what to expect with Ethereum. Now, the way that this goes is Ethereum went from, 40 cents technically, and it peaked at 1,400. Silver, it went from about $4 per ounce all the way upwards of $50. And then we top. Now, at the top of the cycle, this is what starts the fractal. Now, we start to get these lower highs and lower lows, but it's very, very similar to what happened in silver. We get a high here, we drop, lower high here, we drop, lower high again, and it's the same thing that happened here. We get these 3 lower highs, right? And then we sell off for our final capitulation, right? And this is the same thing that happens here. We fall to this midpoint, we get some more bearish consolidation that takes us to our lowest point in the cycle, which is capitulation. So consolidation, and then we get capitulation, which is this green box. And then this is really the most important part of this cycle. This is where it gets the most identical. From this green box, we make a little impulse, and then we get rejected at our resistance, right? Same thing happened in silver. And then we start this short-term consolidation back down to these lows, and then we get a bull trap where we actually impulse and try and break outside of that resistance, and it happens here. The only difference is we end up correcting. This is a bull trap. We sell off for one more low to retest the primary lows of capitulation, and this exact same thing happened here in silver. And the only real difference between Ethereum and silver today is the fact that silver is actually breaking out of this bottom formation as we speak, and Ethereum is just a little bit lagging behind. But I do strongly believe that Ethereum is going to be following silver, and it will be doing the same thing. Just like how I've been explaining to you guys that gold is leading Bitcoin, silver is leading the altcoins. And that is really cool that we're seeing that hierarchy, because that's really what we would expect to see. Gold has always been the driver of value of all markets. It's always been the store of value. It's always been the thing that people invest in. Now that we have cryptocurrencies, it's started to change up a little bit. But nonetheless, guys, gold has always led silver. Gold would lead the move, and then silver would follow shortly after. The same thing happens with cryptos today. Bitcoin leads the move, and then the altcoins follow shortly after. And this is the same thing that's happening today. Now, it's really cool that, the two laggards, if we took cryptocurrencies, altcoins specifically, and silver, we look at them, it's really cool that we're actually seeing them lag and show the same market structure here, because there is all these different ways in which they're correlated. Just how altcoins are correlated with Bitcoin's price movement and how Bitcoin leads alts, silver is correlated with gold's price movement, except gold just leads silver, and it's the same exact way. And now when we actually compare the two laggards, being Ethereum, being silver, we see the exact same correlation here, guys. Whoever is trying to tell you that we're bearish is going to make you, if you listen to them, them themselves are going to miss out on a huge financial opportunity, but then you are also going to be the person missing out on that. Guys, I cannot explain to you how many people I saw their lives being completely changed over a couple $100 investment in 2017. I watched people buy at the very earliest point of 2017, throw a couple $100, and were able to turn that into enough to buy a house cash. That is the type of profit what we're dealing with here. We've seen some altcoins starting to take off over the last couple weeks, but we're now starting to see the very early stages of a complete bottom reversal. This isn't just going to be some little short-term pump and dump. This is going to be a huge monumental breakout that we're going to see, which is why it is so important that as of right now, we are doing the necessary things. We're putting the steps in place to actually capitalize on this type of profit potential. Because, guys, you don't see this often. This doesn't just happen. This is like a once-in-a-lifetime type of opportunity. How would it have been to be Warren Buffett and be able to accumulate all those cheap stocks way back in the day? Well, now you're getting the same opportunity with, cryptocurrencies, except the amount of money you'll make is way more than the stock market ever provided. And on top of that, it happens so much faster that you can be an instant millionaire in what seems a couple months. I've had personal friends take $5,000 investment and turn it to over $147,000 in the course of 4 months. That is not a lie. I watched this happen, and I've seen so many other people take small investments of $300 and turn that into over $300,000. And this is the type of stuff that we're dealing with. Now, because we're seeing the reversal in silver, we're seeing the exact same thing starting to manifest inside of Ethereum, which is why it's important that we're paying attention to this. Now, let's go into just the Ethereum chart for a second, because I want to talk about some things here. Where we're at right now, we're on the cusp of this breakout. We're just consolidating here, but we're getting really ready to start hitting some of these next resistance levels. The next resistance level for me is going to be here. That's going to be at about $287 per Ethereum. And then obviously the next one is going to be the top, the high, the cycle high at $365. These are going to be the two logical resistance levels. If we can get above this one at $187 and maintain support above this, it's a given that we're going to be breaking out and making a new higher high. And once we break out of this one here at 365, or the cycle high of this sideways consolidation, once we actually break from that, it's going to create a massive impulse that, in my opinion, will take us upwards of here, which would take us to about $830 per Ethereum. And that's really what I'm watching for. We don't really have that many resistance levels standing in front of us and keeping them in the way of things. Right now, once we can clear this one and then the second one here at 365, it's going to be very easy for us to start seeing a big, quick impulse upwards of these levels. And that's what's so important to understand here, guys. Now, if we actually take a coin that recently pumped and we put it over the Ethereum chart, there's going to be some differences here, but it's going to be pretty similar. And I think it'll actually surprise you guys how similar this actually will be. And so if we take this and we put it over the Ethereum chart, you guys are going to start to understand, these are actually really correlated charts here. All of the cycles, whether it's Ethereum, whether it's some entirely different altcoin in general, they're all very, very similar in the way that they actually accumulate and the way that they consolidate. And that's what's important to understand here, guys. If we look at the chart of this and we look at Ethereum, you guys are going to start to understand that they're actually really similar. Now, we get these lows here, we get the impulse, we get rejected up here, come back down to retest, get another attempt at a breakout, and then we crash for one more capitulation, and then we start breaking out, right? And so basically, even though this part looks a little bit different between the two, we can still very easily tell where we're currently sitting at between Ethereum. Ethereum is in this stage right here, or this stage in RLC. And then what happened in RLC? Well, we broke out and made a strong impulse. Now, assuming that we make the same size of an impulse as RLC does, which I actually expect to have happen, something similar to that, this is our target. Look how that perfectly lines up with our red line here. That is what we're looking at right now, and that's going to be the type of move that we see here, guys. Now, after this type of move, we might get that short-term consolidation back down, but it's still going to set us up for another even higher high. Another higher high. That's a tongue twister there. And so this is what we have to be preparing for. I've shared with you guys the fractals. You've seen how good I am on this channel. You can go back and watch all my other videos. You can go back and look at the altcoins I've talked about. There isn't an altcoin that I haven't talked about besides maybe XRP that hasn't been pumping and isn't in profit. This has been very much the catalyst. This has been the talking point of my channel here, has been sharing with you guys prior cycles and how these cycles today are going to end up looking a lot like those prior cycles that have already manifested. This is one today that we're already seeing, showing almost exact same correlations to Ethereum today, and it's more reasons to be bullish, guys. Honestly, the only type of people that I've even seen trying to make the bearish case are people that are too stuck on these short time frames, these day traders. All the day traders really like to be opinionative about their bearish stance, but it's because they're stuck zoomed in so close to the trend that none of them even think about zooming out and looking at what's happening on a big picture trend. They seem to just ignore the fact that, from these lows since December of 2019, we've went sideways and have failed to make a lower low for 586 days. What is bearish about that? Please inform me. What is bearish about trending sideways for 586 days? In my opinion, that's only bullish. That is what is a key giveaway of accumulation before we see a great deal of expansion on the upside, which is going to take us upwards of $800 per Ethereum, which if we get a price range from today's price, that's like, 238%. That is ridiculous, guys. We can be making 238%, a 2.38x return just by buying now and investing. Not only that, but you have over 80% of all cryptos are reliant upon Ethereum, whether they're built upon it or whether the coin that they're reliant upon it is built upon Ethereum. It doesn't change anything, guys. Ethereum will be the major driver. There is no point in buying other altcoins unless they are going to consistently outperform Ethereum. Everybody's real hyped about DeFi right now. Everybody was hyped about the ICO craze in 2017, but they're failing to realize that all of that is taking place on Ethereum. It's not taking place anywhere else. All of that is going to be benefiting Ethereum this time around. So expect Ethereum to be a huge catalyst in this bull run. It is going to be the catalyst, I think, aside from Bitcoin. It's going to outperform the majority of the market. It's going to be the coin that you really start to trade against. In my opinion, or what I'm going to personally be doing is I'm going to be trading a lot less against the Bitcoin pairs and be trading against the Ethereum pairs, because at the end of the day, guys, I hold the majority of my portfolio in Ethereum, and I expect that when I do start trading these Ethereum pairs, that's going to be the most important thing, because what's the point of buying some other altcoin if it can't outperform Ethereum? There isn't one. And so that's going to be the way that most people are going to be switching towards. They won't be using Bitcoin pairs to trade altcoins. They're going to be switching to Ethereum pairs to do that. Now, before I wrap up this video, let's talk about a couple things. Now, really, I want to talk about my price targets before we jump into anything else. Let's actually look at this real quickly. So price targets for me, I'm not going to sell any Ethereum until at least 5K. I genuinely believe that we're going to see a 5K Ethereum, and there's no reason for me to try and scale out too early, but I genuinely believe that we're going to see a $20,000 Ethereum. That's my target, 20K. And a lot of people might say, oh man, you're so nuts, there's no way in hell it'll ever go up that high. But if you literally just go and look at the Bitcoin charts and you scrunch them down to this cycle, this is pretty much what each and every new all-time high looks like. When we make a new cycle and we go like that, it makes the last cycle look like this. And so I genuinely think that we're going to see a $20,000 Ethereum. That would be about a 100x from $200. We ended up making lows at about $80 approximately. So it'd be a really, really big move, but I do believe that we're going to see some fireworks like that in Ethereum because of all of what is taking place on Ethereum with DeFi. Now, before we wrap up the video, let's talk about this chart here. This is the Ethereum Dominance chart. So basically this 9.83 is a percentage, and it only goes up to 100%, right? Because nothing can be over that. Now, with that being said, guys, this is showing that Ethereum's dominance and market share is currently 9.83% of the entire value in crypto. Now, what is important is the fact that we've had this downtrend. Every time we've hit this trend, we've bounced and made a lower low. And this has happened until recently. This most recent move was our breakout of that. Now, with that being said, what I want to talk about today is the fact that I don't believe that this is just a short-term fake out before we start making lower lows again. I believe that this is actually the start of an early parabola, right? And so when a coin starts to go parabolic, it'll start a new parabolic trend or a parabola. And it'll kind of make higher highs, bounce off this parabola, and just get more and more parabolic. Chainlink's a perfect example. The Bitcoin pair on Chainlink, I've been sharing with you guys that chart, how I make this little curved line, and how it's just been growing up that curved line, right? That's what's to be understood here, and that's actually what I think is happening right now inside of Ethereum. And we're just building this new parabolic trend before we start breaking out and making another big impulse. I genuinely believe that Ethereum has more utility than Bitcoin, and that is the reason why all of these cryptocurrencies are being built upon Ethereum or have reliance upon Ethereum to some degree. I think that Bitcoin or Ethereum itself very easily, if there was ever a coin that's going to have a bigger market cap than Bitcoin, it's going to be Ethereum to be the first one to do it. And you can make your own cases that it's a different coin, but I just disagree. There's too much development being done on Ethereum for me to make any other assumption. We might see a flipping happen where Ethereum might overtake Bitcoin in market cap. It seems really weird to think about right now, but I genuinely believe that we could see something like that because of how much development is being done on Ethereum, because of the DeFi craze. I only see more and more positives of coming out of this for Ethereum, and so that's why it's my biggest holding. But anyways, guys, this is the video I had for you. Now, quickly, before I wrap up this video, I want to talk about how you guys can sign up for the video course and signals for the people that have actually maintained the whole length of this video. Now, I always tell you guys, when you get into this market, you're either going to be paying the market fee or you're going to be paying for education to teach you guys how to be profitable. For me, I lost over $50,000 before I was able to actually figure out how to be profitable. It wasn't all at once. It wasn't like I just lost 50 grand overnight. It was accumulation. I would buy some coins, I'd make some money, and then I'd sell them, buy something else, then lose it all back. And I would just repeat these cycles. And so if you're somebody that wants to learn how to trade these markets, you want to learn all the technical skills required, my video course is going to be the thing for you. It's 20 educational videos that are going to teach you guys support and resistance, trend lines. It's going to teach you Fibonacci, how to make a trading plan, risk management. All of those type of things are going to be taught to you guys in here so that you guys can actually learn how I do this every day and be profitable at it at your own pace, at your own time. Now, for the other people that would rather just get the signals, you guys can get them together or separate. They're $1,000 each. But with the signals, you guys can actually copy my long-term portfolio. So you guys always see me making these signals, making these calls. I just talked about RLC. We literally bought RLC clear down in here and made a 4x return when we sold at the highs. You know, you guys have been seeing me make all of these calls live on YouTube, and so you already know that we've been making a lot of profit. So if you're somebody that wants to copy my portfolio, 80% of my portfolio goes to long-term trades. You guys, by signing up for the Discord, by signing up for the signals, I'm going to immediately send you guys access to my long-term portfolio. And then I also keep 20% of my portfolio for short-term swing trading as well. So not only are you guys going to be getting access to my long-term portfolio, but you're also going to be getting access to all of the shorter-term trades that I take, whether that's margin or whether that's just spot trading as well. They're all going to be in the Discord in your own private group. So make sure that you guys sign up for this. Make sure that you guys reach out. All you guys got to do is click in the description of this video. There you're going to find the invitation link to my Discord. Click on that. Once you guys have access, just shoot me a message or shoot any of the 6 moderators a message inside of my channel, and we will be here to help you guys get started on the right path of profiting today. Thank you all so much for the support. Thank you all so much for being here, and thank yourself, more importantly, for being here, investing into these markets, and making that financial fortune, because there's not very many people that have the balls to say that they invested at the bottom of a cryptocurrency cycle, but everybody that's here watching this channel has the power to say that, and you guys should really pat yourself on the back for making it this far, for investing into the market that everybody said was a scam, because we are going to be the people here at the end reaping the rewards, having yacht parties, and truly living our greatest lives. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and with all that being said, I'll catch you in the next video. As always, peace out.